Welcome to the show. Let's dive into one of the most shocking yet largely silent scandals our society is barely talking about.
Absolutely. It's startling how, while we're bombarded with celebrity gossip and memes, something far more damning is being systematically hidden.
Right. We're talking about Jeffrey Epstein running a global child trafficking network. And it's not just rumor, it's been legally
Mm,
proven. The operation involved at least 36 known underage victims and over 1,000 documented Epstein flights.
yeah, that really puts things into perspective. When you realize the scale of it, you can almost feel the weight of endless suffering behind those numbers.
Exactly. And what's even more disturbing is that while the victims have bravely come forward, the men who paid to abuse them remain unnamed and uncharged. It's as if
Yeah,
society is selectively exposing the pain.
it makes you ask, why do we know every detail about the victims while those who enabled this madness disappear behind the curtains?
Yes, and that's the crux of it. How is it that names of abusive clients, some of them being billionaires, royals, and even presidents, are literally
Mm.
hidden in plain sight? It's a glaring double standard.
And then there was that incident with Pam Bondi. Talk about a roller coaster. In February 2025, she claimed she had an Epstein client list on her desk, which ignited outrage and hope alike.
Right, but by July she backtracked, saying she meant case documents and denied there's any formal client list, even going so far as to insist Epstein died by suicide.
Yeah,
That's one of the most baffling contradictions we've seen.
it almost seems like a tactic to offer the illusion of progress, only to shut down any real investigation once the hype dies out, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's reminiscent of older political tricks. Offer hope, then gaslight the public later
Mm,
on. When officials say case closed while vital questions remain unanswered, it undermines trust in the entire justice system.
I get that. But some might argue that these are just miscommunications or missteps in process, not deliberate stalling tactics. What's your take on that perspective?
I respectfully challenge that notion. Look, the evidence, the edited forensic analysis, tampered federal prison video, altered security footage, it points to, systematic manipulation rather than mere miscommunication. It's
Yeah,
deeply concerning.
that does seem more like calculated cover up rather than an administrative error. And then you have names like Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and more cropping up in flight logs and deposition transcripts.
Yes, it's staggering. These aren't just any names. These are individuals with immense power and influence. Yet, despite the mounting evidence, not one of them has faced
Mm,
criminal charges. It's almost like there's an invisible shield around them.
it makes you wonder if the real scandal here is not just Epstein's operation, but the broader pattern of institutional protection for the powerful.
Exactly. It's a paradigm of selective justice. The glaring fact remains. While the victims' voices are heard, the clients remain shielded by layers of bureaucracy and
Yeah,
political influence. It's a system designed to bury inconvenient truths.
and let's not forget the media's role in this. When major news outlets, like ABC, halt investigations after pressure or threats, it signals complicity, right?
Definitely. The case of journalist Amy Robach, who was quoted mentioning that the palace threatened us after having Clinton's info, shows that there's a willful decision to stop digging.
Mm.
It's almost as if the media is being muzzled too.
So it seems both government agencies and media outlets play parts in this grand cover up. But isn't it possible that security and safety concerns are being weighed in these decisions?
Sure, security concerns are real, but when you see incidents like altered footage from Epstein's cell in federal custody, it feels less like safety and more like, I don't know, intentional obfuscation.
Yeah,
We have to ask ourselves, at what cost is this silence coming?
that edited footage is a major red flag. It's as if the truth is being vacuumed up, leaving behind a sanitized narrative that benefits the powerful.
Right? It's like, um, imagine watching a mystery movie where the most critical scenes are suddenly
Mm,
missing. The suspense builds, but so does the suspicion.
And let's talk about, Ghislaine Maxwell. Serving 20 years, yet her victims' testimonies that name clients still make their way into official documents, yet lead nowhere criminally.
Exactly. And that's a key point. Her sentencing, while necessary, didn't address the network behind her. It's like punishing a caterpillar when the entire, butterfly conspiracy
Yeah.
is in the air. The system is selectively targeting the less powerful, while larger institutions remain untouched.
I have to wonder, though, isn't it possible these uncharged names are victims of a process that's, more complicated than a simple cover-up? Maybe there's insufficient evidence after all?
That argument, while common, doesn't hold when you consider the sheer volume of evidence. Thousands of flights, numerous flight logs, deposition transcripts. It's not just about evidence being insufficient. It's about political and economic clout interfering with justice.
Indeed, where money and power are involved, every piece of evidence seems to sink into bureaucratic quicksand, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it's like a game rigged from the start. And the most chilling part? We're told that since the client list is non-existent, conversation on this crucial issue has been deliberately moved on, leaving us in the dark. This silence isn't passive.
Yeah.
It's a calculated cover-up.
It's almost as if society has been trained to accept convenient narratives that serve those in power. The public is left to wonder, what else is being concealed?
Right. And that's the deeper danger here. If they can bury Epstein's crimes and the identities of the clients, imagine what other truths are being suppressed. It challenges us to think about the very foundation of justice in our society.
It brings to mind an analogy, like a house of cards where one misstep can lead to complete collapse, all built on layers of deception and silence.
Yes, it's like, every time we uncover a bit of the truth, another layer is edited or smothered in silence.
Yeah,
And it leaves us asking, who really controls the narrative?
exactly. And returning to that point about media complicity, there seems to be a deliberate choice. Highlight the scandal, then quickly pivot the story, leaving no space for real accountability.
That pivot is deliberate. Just like Bondi's implausible client list narrative, it was designed to catch our attention then and, just like that, shift focus. And when we question it, we're met with memos and backtracking rather than answers.
So, in essence, the narrative becomes confined by the interests of those in power, and the truth remains hidden even as public outrage simmers beneath the surface.
Exactly, it's a closed system where the very mechanisms of justice and media integrity are compromised. And every
Yeah.
delay or backtrack in these official statements fuels doubts about our ability to seek real accountability.
One has to feel, deeply frustrated, not just by Epstein's crimes, but by the pattern of silence and protection enveloping this entire network.
Right. It's not just a scandal about one man or one operation. It's a glimpse into how institutional power can suffocate the truth. And until we acknowledge that, we risk normalizing this silence.
It's an open call to keep questioning, keep probing, and never let a cover-up be accepted at face value. The stakes are too high when lives and justice are at risk.
Absolutely. If you're fired up by these issues, let it fuel your determination to speak out, because in a democracy, silence is not neutral. It's a dangerous tool of oppression. We have to keep our eyes open and demand accountability.
Thanks for joining this deep dive. It's conversations like these that push us to insist on transparency and true justice.
Agreed. Stay engaged, keep questioning, and until next time, let's not let the silence win.